So thanks to the Deja Vu crime crew, we finally have Kouri Richins' full book, Are You With Me? Kouri Richins is now accused of doing away with her husband via poisoning. Kouri's husband, Eric Richins, died last year from poisoning in 2022. And now Kouri is in jail and their 3 sons are left without a dad and a mom who's in jail. But famously, Kouri went on this book tour to promote this book. I haven't read it yet, but let's read it together. The cover is the famous one we've seen. Are you with me? A little boy who's supposed to be a composite of all 3 of their sons. With blue eyes, black hair, we see him running, likely kicking a soccer ball away from the soccer net. And you see a man who's supposed to be Eric with angel wings and a halo up there cheering him on. And you see those 5 ominous black birds flying out of a cloud. So, on the inside cover, are you with me? The question is posed. And then this dedication that everyone finds just so hypocritical. Dedication, dedicated to my amazing husband and a wonderful father, always on our minds, forever in our hearts. You see Eric with his angel wings and his standard baseball cap and his halo, hugging with his arm around Kouri to his right. And then on Eric's left, you see Carter, who he's hugging, Weston, and on the right, you see Ashton and Harley the dog. On the next page, you'll see a little boy just standing there, looking over the waters, empty waters with big voluminous cloud above him. It reads, are you in the clouds when I look up to see you? To tell you about my day, ask about yours, and tell you that I love you. It is truly pretty sad. Of course, knowing what she's accused of, it's more ominous and spooky. You see this beautiful little boy with these beautiful big eyes just looking up, and he has a soccer ball to his right. We know that Eric coached his sons during sports, plenty of sports games. This is something that all 3 of Kouri and Eric's sons may have felt, or and that's what makes it even sadder, knowing that their mom is accused of taking away their dad. You see this crisscross pattern. It looks like the little boy is just sadly looking up alone on a soccer field. The book asks, are you at my soccer game when I scored that goal for you? I looked for you in the crowd, but you weren't there. Did you see it? Whew, that is pretty sad. And yes, I could see no matter what age you are, you look for a person who has died. Like when my mom died suddenly, I was 30, I rushed to my parents' house in Chicago, and the first thing I did was kind of look around for her. I saw my aunt, I didn't see my mother. Of course, she was already gone, but it is a natural instinct to just look around for the person in the home you're used to seeing them in. But imagine putting a child through this. This next one is more heartbreaking. It's a little boy. The little boy has a tear, and he's in front of a birthday cake with candles lit. Are you with me on my birthday to blow out my candles? To celebrate another year and watch me grow? Teach me new things and watch me make mistakes. The editor in me wanted to put a question mark at that last page after mistakes, but it is a really sad feel. Of course, grieving the loss of a parent, especially as a young child, these are questions I'm sure children would have. But if it were a case where the dad had died of natural causes and the mom wasn't accused of taking him off the earth, would that mom still have written a book this melancholy? It just feels so dark because we know what happened, or at least we know what she's accused of doing. Again, the next page shows the little boy, very sad, alone in a hallway. There's another kid kind of in the foreground, but he has his little hoodie on and I guess a backpack, and he looks so little. Are you with me on my first day of school? It asks. When I'm scared, nervous, and have the butterflies, will I make friends? Will the teacher be kind? Will you walk the halls with me that day? Again, I wanted to put more question marks after butterflies, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the question is, the first day of school these boys had to go through after their father died last March. What was that like? And was Kouri just like taking notes of their grief? Oh, this will be good for the book. Was she feeling any remorse? If it's true what she's accused of? Will I make friends? Will the teachers be kind? Well, my question is, Was their mother kind, or was she very callous and cold, like she's accused of being, to literally take the boy's dad away? I mean, that's the ultimate. Of course, it's one thing where you have cases if the dad isn't a good dad, or if the dad harmed his own children. Cases like that, you understand why the mom wants to keep the dad away from the children. But this is seemingly the worst kind of parental alienation ever. If it's true, what on earth could possess a woman to do this to her own children, let alone her husband? It's bad enough what she's accused of doing to Eric. Of course, I have to always say innocent until proven guilty. There's so much more I have coming because I've been going through the subpoenas and everything. I found out about Kouri setting up a Truth Finder account, and I found out about them subpoenaing so many records from Eric's medical doctors because they, of course, want to know if Kouri allegedly tried to poison him 3 times. Let's see what these tests say. Hopefully, they give them evidence they need. But for now, I just want to focus on this book. If it's true that Kouri really did this, it's bad enough she did it to Eric, but all the secondary grief that she would have caused her boys. That's what's so diabolical. And here's Christmas. So this is a timeline they really might have gone through. You know, no dad at soccer, he used to coach us. No dad first day of school, because that would have been the fall of 2022. No dad at Christmas, they went through their first Christmas without him. So you see a little boy, you see kind of maybe an elf on the shelf or a mantle. You see a light, you see presents, you see blankets and everything. The little boy still has on his kind of maybe hoodie. He's opening a present there on the chair. It looks like maybe that's a dog bone at the bottom where the dog has his bone present. I don't know. It says, "Are you with me on Christmas when Santa delivers my presents? When I rip through them as fast as I can because I can't wait to see what's next. Did you see what I got from Santa?" I did read this page before because I saw it previously somewhere, but to me, it read like, "Dad, are you with me? Did you see what I got from Santa?" Which is really what I got from Mom. All of these weird questions. Where's the human emotion? Here's a sad little boy again. He has a first position trophy next to him, next to more netting, same type of hoodie. It almost reminds me of that brown hoodie that Kouri kept wearing. It's something about that must be comforting to her. He's got his hands in his pockets. He's very sad. "Are you with me when I'm sad because I miss you?" Should be a question mark again. "When I'm thinking about you and wondering what we would be playing today if you were here." Ooh, this just gets you right in the gut. I think the book would be okay, honestly, if, of course, it weren't under these circumstances. It's important to address grief and all the sadness that can come with it. So I see why some people thought maybe this was a great book. Other people may have thought, oh, this is way too dark, too sad. I can see both sides, both opinions, of course, before people knew who the author was and that the author would be arrested. At least we have the little boy in a happy moment here. He's running and kicking the soccer ball. "Are you with me when I'm happy? When something exciting has happened? Can you see me smiling and my heart so full? Are you happy with me?" That's cute and kind. I wonder how many of these things Kouri and Eric's boys really asked Kouri after Eric's demise. So that's a motion shot and the little boy's happy. And it's important to address the happy moments too. After you've lost someone, especially a parent, of course there will be plenty of sad times. I don't know what it's like to be as young as these boys losing a parent so suddenly, and then losing both parents. But in the time where they had just pretty much lost Eric and not lost their mother to jail, I wonder if the boys, of course, did lose themselves in happy times sometime. And sometimes you might feel a little guilt, like, oh my goodness, how could I be happy right now? How could I be smiling when my dad's gone? But it's normal to have both happy and sad moments. Now here's another dark image. It looks like the little boy is hiding. Of course, he looks scared. "Are you with me when I'm in danger and I'm scared? When my palms are sweaty, my heart rapidly beating, and I need you. Are you there with me to make sure I'm safe?" That sounds like something to me more that Kouri would be feeling herself. The fact that it's all red and, the little boy's hiding in something blue. I can't tell what it is. But, are you with me when I'm in danger? Maybe Kouri was sensing the danger to come of her actions, and I'm scared when my palms are sweaty, my heart rapidly beating, and I need you. Are you there with me to make sure I'm safe? There's a lot of questions. They go unanswered. Maybe at the end she will answer them. Now here's the image we talked about last time, where it's a rendition of a man that should be Eric, but to me his skin tone was even kind of more like mine. They're sitting on a bench. Eric has on this vest and his beard and his angel wings, his hat. He's got his arm around his son. His son is pointing at something. Here are the answers finally. Yes, I am with you. I am with you to listen about your day and tell you about mine. I sit next to you while you talk, with my arm around your shoulder and my head on your head while we walk together. So there's the answer. And maybe that could be comforting. I hope, even though the intentions were horrific and the accused actions are horrific, the intentions of writing this book seem horrible or hypocritical, I hope in some odd way her sons did get comfort out of this. Of course, they wouldn't have known what had transpired over the past year. Maybe they had inklings, I don't know. But in a weird way, I hope they somehow found comfort. Maybe Kouri told her boys, like she said, Dad is with you. And so maybe she taught them to imagine their dad next to them and there. And, if there's a nightmare, if there's something, they're scared, imagine Daddy right there with you. Which, I don't know, maybe it does give people comfort. Who's to say how people grieve? Some people might find the little moments where I feel like God gives you signs. Everything's going to be all right. After my mom died and the funeral was done and the repast and everything, everybody goes back to their lives. And I was driving back near home on this one street and that song, All Right Now, came on. All right now, baby, it's all right now. I can't sing, but the song, maybe something about that song gave me comfort, like, okay, everything's all right. My mom's fine. I believe she's in heaven. I looked up sometime around there, saw a shooting star, so I believe God can give us confirmations. I don't particularly believe in imagining my mom all around me. We get those inklings where you take the lessons people taught you, little cooking lessons, little whatever things, and then I think, oh yeah, my mom taught me how to do this. My dad taught me how to be positive when you're flipping pancakes. Those little things are cool, but do I imagine them with me all around and talk to them often? No, I talk to God and Jesus. So it's a little creepy to me too. I don't know. Maybe this approach is a little creepy to me. But here we go. We see that same kind of cover photo with the little boy kicking the soccer ball, his dad cheering him on from a cloud. I am with you when you scored that goal for me. You couldn't hear me cheer for you, but I yelled and clapped as loud as I could, just like always. That would be sweet to think of, I guess, their dad cheering them on from heaven, which I believe he really is, which I believe he's helping them, Lord willing, get some justice by hopefully his evidence or the things he told other people about Kouri allegedly trying to poison him 3 times. That is the way that truth can speak from beyond the grave. This one is another birthday illustration. You see a guy who's supposed to be Eric. He just has a C on his cap, maybe for his masonry company. It would have been C&E Stone Masonry. I find it interesting that his cap just has a C on it because that's his partner. His partner's name begins with a C, but the E is removed. I don't know, I like to look into everything. Is that because Eric has been removed from the company? Was that done by design, or does that C stand for something else? I don't know, that's kind of creepy. I'm gonna have to search for his hats now, any photos I see. But the little boy is blowing out his candles on his cake, and Eric is there behind him smiling with his beard. The skin tone looks a little more like Eric's here, and the little boy is lit up by the candles. Yes, I am with you while you blow out your candles for yet another birthday. Although I'll miss the upcoming years, I stand hand in hand with you, walking with you, helping you and praising you. I will watch you grow into a fine young man. Oh, it's just so sad to read this. Like, I'll watch you, I'm gonna miss all the upcoming years, and you think about how many upcoming years that is. The oldest boy is what, 10 years old? I mean, it's so many decades to be here without his dad. It just feels so unfair to me. I'll stand hand in hand with you, walking with you, helping you and praising you. I'll watch you grow into a fine young man, like I'll watch you from afar because mommy's accused of taking me away. Just the cruelty is just really setting in. Just the decades and decades these boys will have to be without their father. But I do pray extraordinarily, that peace that surpasses all understanding and the comfort we can give others as God comforts us. I mean, that's the only thing I can pray over these boys, to have to deal with this for so many years. I pray they have a great family member or family members that can really just come around them and raise them in the absence of their parents, especially if Kouri is convicted. So now we have the little boy, looks like in math class, and his dad is standing there by the window. The little boy is doing multiplication. I guess he's raising his hand. 5 times 8, 3 times 10. And so, yes, I am with you. And it looks like I don't know, on the board there, maybe a little complex. I can't tell. Maybe it's supposed to say 4x plus 6x, and you see another x. But it says, yes, I am with you as you walk the halls of the new school, making new friends, meeting new teachers. I will sit at your desk next to you, teaching you, pushing you to try harder, and giving you my love when you succeed. My question is, what did Kouri expect to happen? Imagine if she's guilty, and I have to say if she's guilty, if she wanted to go on and thought she would have all this money to dig her out of that debt ditch that we talked about, and go on flipping homes or having her successful home flipping career, raise the boys by herself, or did she plan to remarry? Did she have some guy waiting in the wings? I keep waiting for this other guy to pop up she was allegedly seeing. That's what she's been accused of, seeing someone else. I don't know if it's one or two or who, nearly the whole marriage. So was her plan, even though she's saying all these kind of sweet things like, don't worry boys, your dad will be here at the new school, in math class, everywhere, was her plan really like, Eric, I don't need you. All I need is your money, and I can go on, and these boys will be fine, and, I'll give them this little story about you being there. You can be there like Mr. Invisible Man to help them out, whatever, but I'm really going to go on and live my life. And with who and how? Was she planning on replacing Eric as a father figure to these boys? And what was her true plan is what I'm wondering. And now we have another Christmas. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same Christmas, but we see Eric again standing back there, same vest, beard, hat with only a C on it, no E, halo, something on the mantle. The little boy's opening a gift. Yes, I am with you on Christmas. I'm in my Christmas pajamas. He's not in the pajamas there. Drinking hot chocolate, and I have the glow in my eyes watching you open your gifts. Boy, that drinking hot chocolate got me. Imagine if she would have said, drinking my Moscow Mule. You can't see my smile, but it's there. I'm here and we're together. What did she plan? Did she want her boys to, have this close feeling of their dad? But he's there. He's just, it's like he's muted. She tried to allegedly take his power. Who's going to tell Kouri no, she can't, buy some $2 million home and flip it? Who's going to tell her she can't take the money out of Eric's account and take his tax payments and borrow all that money from the hard money lender? Who's going to tell Kouri no about all that stuff? Not Eric, allegedly, because he's gone. Permanently muted, but not really. See, that's the thing about some people. Some people who are accused of murdering others, they try and take away their power. They try and silence them, but they don't know. Like, when Cain slew Abel, the blood cries out from the ground. They don't have it all together. People who take away others to silence them, to overpower them, whatever the reason, if it's unjust, that's not the final say, and that's what they don't realize. If she really did it, I keep wondering why. Now this is heartbreaking. You see the little boy crying. You see Eric holding his little boy and wiping away his tears. I mean, he's literally like the Invisible Man here. I know they have to make him kind of translucent and ethereal and angelic, still with just a C on his hat. Yes, I am with you when you are feeling sad, when your eyes are full of tears, your heart is empty, and you miss me. I am wiping away the hurt, holding you in my arms and telling you I love you. I am here with you. The good part about this, if there's any silver lining at all, you can't really call it that, but the good part is that the boys can know as they grow up, their dad really did love them. They will know, in essence, it's like Eric gave up his life for his boys. Obviously, he could have left. He was apparently really in love with Kouri, and beyond that, he really wanted to protect his boys. People keep asking, why didn't he just leave? Why didn't he just leave? And I think about the court system and how Kouri likely would have gotten custody if they would have divorced. Maybe they could have split custody, but if he was scared enough to think his wife of nearly 9 years would go so far as to poison him, I'm sure in his mind he's thinking, how can I ever leave my boys alone with her? So in essence, the boys will learn your dad really did love you. He loved you so much, he didn't want to divorce your mom and leave you alone with her. Now we have another sad trophy-winning photo rendition. The little boy's sad, he's got a first place trophy again, but Eric is standing there, the angel with his hand on his boy's head. Yes, I am with you when you are happy, and you are so excited your heart could burst. I am next to you smiling, proud, and holding your hand. You can't hear me whisper, but I do tell you that I love you. Yeah, I don't think I like this book either. And here the little boy is in bed, and Eric's hand is on his forehead. The little boy again looks distressed. Yes, I am with you when you are scared. I am holding on to you, to give you the courage to stay strong and brave. I hold you to make sure you're not alone and to remind you everything will be okay. The blue overlooking type rendition of the city, some trees, the halo. Eric is looking over at his son. It almost looks like a tennis court, but I guess it's supposed to be a soccer field. It says, I hear you when you speak to me and ask me how I am. And to tell me you love me. I watch down over you, embrace you, feel you, hear you. I gently reply, I love you too. And I guess they're all nice thoughts. I watch down over you, embrace you, feel you, hear you. I gently reply, I love you too. I don't know. I ascribe some of these notions to Jesus. One woman went through a horrible divorce, and she would just imagine literally Jesus embracing her in bed. So I understand when people have to, we all need that comfort. But the light of this whole book, it's just such a dark vibe, sad vibe. What I think is the final page shows the little boy by himself. Notably, Kouri doesn't really appear in this book except in the one rendition where their whole family is just kind of sitting there together. Other than that, it's just the little boy and his angel invisible dad. So the little boy is sitting on like a little cliff, and there's water and maybe mountains, and you see Eric again in the clouds, just kind of smiling. It's almost like he's faded off into the blue now. I am here with you every day, every minute, every second. Although you cannot see me, I am there. It's me in the wind. I'm the chill you feel. That's the part people found weird. It's me, the feeling as if someone's with you. I will forever love you, my sweet baby, until we see each other again. Yes, I am with you. The chill you feel, people were like, that's weird. Although people talk about apparitions or whatever, sometimes having a cold feeling, but you don't want to think of like an apparition. You want to think of warmth and love and light and God. Yeah, it is a weird book. I think that's all of it. Matthew 7:13 through 14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. I was literally talking to God this morning saying, I wish it were flipped, I wish the broad way was the way most people went, not that led to destruction, but leading to life. When I see cases like this, I understand why. If Kouri truly poisoned her husband to death, that's the broad way, leading to destruction. If she truly, cheated on him all these years without repentance is my thing. I'm more of a live and let live kind of person. I'm not like but if she cheated on him nearly the whole marriage, as is alleged, and if she stole his money, and if she literally took him off this earth away from their 3 sons, that's a broad way. That's a broad path of destruction, leading to destruction. But no matter what, even for people like Kouri, there is hope. If the truth comes out, the truth shall set you free. I hope the truth comes out. Stay tuned for the next video. We will dig into Kouri opening a Truth Finder account 8 days after Eric's death, and we'll look at all the stuff that has been subpoenaed, how due diligence is being done to try and find out what really happened to Eric. So on Monday, June 12th, Kouri will be in court. We should be able to see it. I saw 3 different publications who've gotten approval to film it, so we should see it. Until then, I had to read this book. Stay tuned for more Kouri Richins case stuff. Take care. Thanks for watching.